host of Pokemon TCG, guys. Back at it, guys, with another video. But yeah, it's a little bit of a different video. I know I said I wasn't coming back till renovations. That's still in progress, but it was something I want to talk to you guys about. You could take it for what it's worth. Take this video for what it's worth. Maybe I'm blowing air out of my mouth, but it's something you guys may want to take heed to. And it's very serious. I think it's a very serious topic that I want to talk to you guys about. And nobody's on YouTube talking about it. I haven't heard anybody really talk about this situation. And I figured I don't have to go into work till 4 today because we're having inventory done. So I won't have to do any real labor work until 4 o'clock, which is later on this afternoon. But I wanted to touch base with you guys on something seriously that's going on in the world. I don't know if you guys are taking heed to what's going on in your local stores. We already know we have signs of what was already going on in the world. We had the pandemic, right? We had our COVID going on, and we had people, throughout the through the pandemic when it first hit, people were stocking up on toilet papers, and people were getting food and stuff like that, and Lysol. We saw wipes, right? Stuff like that. Now, I'm an essential worker, so I work at a local Walmart. So what I'm telling you is the truth of what I seen going on in the stores during that pandemic. And it was just, some people just in FOMO, really scared about the situation. I sit back, I watch the news, I hear the news, and they talk about the COVID, they talk about, what's going on in other parts of the world, how they're handling it, and globally what's going on. But, being that I'm in Walmart, all right, I see a lot. I talk to truck drivers. I've talked to a lot of other people in other stores. And I see a lot of the same thing in other stores that is happening in my local Walmart. And now we have it in Pokemon. If you guys don't know, wake up, guys. Pokemon now having a shortage, right? There's a shortage now on Pokemon cards. They're having a problem in their facilities for printing Pokemon, right? So with that, guys, being that I'm at Walmart, we get loads of trucks in every day. Overwhelming amount of trucks in our store, but yet the shelves in the same areas of the store are not being filled. And I'm sitting back, guys, because you got to read the bigger picture on really what's going on in the world. This is not just my store, it's globally, and you guys need to take notes. And I'm not saying go in fear and go stock up on water, start stocking up on food, but guys, get the bigger picture on what the next pandemic could possibly be. And are you going to be prepared for it? Are you really going to be prepared for it? Because I don't think that none of us is going to be actually prepared for this one. All right? Because it's already, you can say, a pandemic already establishing itself, but we're really not waking up to look at it in that picture. We think of COVID and we're all wearing masks, we all got vaccinated, but yet do you see the bigger picture that's brewing right now? And that picture is, guys, shortages on a lot of stuff. If you look around in your local stores, guys, look around in your food areas, certain foods that you keep going back to. I see the same customers coming in. They say, how come there's no Lunchables? How come there's none of this cereal? How come there's none of this steak? How come there's none of this bread? How come there's none of this or none of that or none of this, guys? I'm not sure if you're reading this bigger picture, guys, of an actual pandemic that we're actually in right now, but we're not really catching on real quick because Christmas for some people are going to be right now. And if you don't get the product right now, your kids may not have it for Christmas. And I read it now as what the next pandemic is. We're already seeing signs of that pandemic right now. And that's shortages of all types of stuff. If you look on store shelves right now, no one on YouTube is talking about it, and I figured, this has been on my chest because I work at Walmart, and I hear people talking. I talk to truck drivers about what's happening there, what's going on in your area. I see you got a lot of dairy and a lot of vegetables and stuff. What's going on in your warehouse? Do you have shortages? And how's the driving? How's your people? Are people back to work? Are they working there? Coming to work? Do you have enough drivers? Are you working overtime to fill another spot because you don't have nobody there? Because people are staying home because the government's giving out these big checks and people just still don't want to come to work. Do you have staffing issues? So I ask questions, guys, to see what's going on. And being that I go out for Pokemon cards on my days off, it's the same picture whether I go to Dollar Tree, whether I go to Family Dollars, whether I go to Targets, Walmarts, Burlingtons, Kohl's, Home Depots. There's areas of the stores, guys, that are shot, that none of the product, and it's month after month, week after week, day after day that I hit stores, I'm looking around, and it's not just for Pokemon cards, it just happened I be in there looking for cards, but I just checked out the whole general idea of what stores, how they're stocking, what's being stocked, what their store looks like, to try to see what is really going on, capture this bigger picture that I see going on as a national pandemic that's already hitting now, but none of us is really catching on that it's a pandemic because customers, like I said, come into the store. Some of them are coming into my store where I'm working, ask the same questions day after day, night after night, asking about certain products, how come they're not on a shelf? And I don't have the answer. I can just say we get trucks every day. I don't see why the product is not on the shelf, but I get the bigger picture is that when you go out to look for your electronics, your PS5s, those of you looking for PS5s, those of you looking for Xbox, the new Xboxes, there's some of you guys looking for Switches, right? And you look at certain electronics and stuff that companies have to piece this stuff together, right? They have to put this together. It takes different kind of mechanisms and parts to make this machine. There's shortages on all of the staffing issues that these companies are having to actually make products. So if you get the bigger picture of what there's shortages all over the place on all different areas. So technically we are in a pandemic, but nobody's really like reading the bigger picture of this pandemic. If it hits really hard, hits home where it affects us, say we don't have any water, say there is a national food where we can't get milk, we can't get cheese, we can't get meat. Just think about the bigger picture, and we just got it on, it is a large scale. I say it is a large scale because toy areas being hit, all right? Toy areas that I've seen in my local Walmart hit, there's literally looked like somebody came through like there was clearance sale in the toy aisle and in many other aisles in the toy store, in the toy area or in other areas in Walmart. So I don't know if you guys are reading the pictures on this, on a bigger pandemic than COVID, which I think that we're already in. We're already in, but nobody's like really taking the initiative to say, hey, we can't get this stuff. I mean, there is a shortage. No one's like coming forward. My store is not even like having a meeting about why we're not able to fill areas up. No one's really talking about on YouTube about this pandemic that I'm saying we're already in, of national shortages nationwide, globally, where it's just not the United States that is out of products, certain products that you keep going into store after store, same stores looking for the products, because obviously the people that are shopping at my local Walmart are coming in day after day, night after night looking for the same thing, and they're going to other stores looking for it, and they still cannot find the product. And we got bare, shelves are bare, and we stock every night, and we get 2 trucks, 2 GM trucks. That's for the GM side of Walmart. That's all your dry goods and all your furnitures and stuff like that, your housewares, your pets. And you go to every one of these areas, guys. There's not one area in Walmart or even in Target or even in Kohl's that you could hit that you could say is fully stocked with product that you were looking for. There's always something that you're looking for. You have to go to another store and hope that they got on the shelf. And this is what we got going on, guys. This is our next pandemic. It is globally that we are in shortages, food shortages, product shortages, and that's all over. And it's been going on since the pandemic, after the pandemic, and here we are, vaccinated and everything, and things are not back to normal, guys. They're not. We are far from back to normal. If you want to call this normal because we're not in masks, we are not back to normal, guys. Otherwise, we would have what we had before the pandemic back on our store shelves, and it's not happening. And I don't see in the inevitable future that it's going to come to pass, because life, as I see it, has changed and will stay changed. It hasn't changed now, and it still hasn't changed. We are living in a different norm, and you guys need to wake up. If something really hit us hard where we don't have water or we can't get food, just think about what was going on with Pokemon, where people were fighting in stores for Pokemon cards, sports cards, and they were fighting for Lysol, fighting for paper towel and toilet paper in our pandemic of COVID-19. Think about, in a bigger picture, with all these other little shortages, if it hits where we're missing out on water and something that we need to live on, we need food, okay? We need water, we need milk. But just with all these other shortages, and there's hundreds of shortages, hundreds. Just look at your stores. Go into your stores. I don't know if you guys been in your local grocery stores and just took an aisle and just went down it and just, looked at certain areas. Cereal, milk, juice, meat, Lunchables. Go down the aisle. It's not that the product isn't being stocked. It's because it's out of stock and they can't get it back in. All right? And there's a reason why they can't get it back in. Something's going on, guys. Something bigger that they're not really talking about, or no one's on YouTube at least talking about, this global shortages of food, water, juice, canned goods. I mean, I can go on and on and on because I stock in all different areas. I just don't unload a truck, but I'm in different areas stocking, and my eyes are open, guys. And, I wasn't coming back to YouTube to even talk about this, but I figured that this is something that needs to be addressed, and you guys need to be prepared, because I don't know what you're going to do if this actually hits home where you're not going to be able to get, like, toilet paper, your essential napkins and paper towel and Lysol. That was just minor stuff. Hand sanitizer. That wasn't something that a lot of us used. Well, we use it daily, right? The paper towels and the toilet paper, but we didn't use hand sanitizer all the time. We had masks all the time. If this hits home where where you're just going to have a really tough time trying to get water, milk, and some other stuff that you need to actually live on, like we can do without certain things of food, but just imagine if it turns into a bigger issue, that what went on with toilet paper, what went on with Pokemon, what's going to happen in the stores when people are fighting over food, juice, milk, and other essentials to live on. Think about it, because it's actually a pandemic right now we're in, where these shortages are reality, and no one's talking about it, guys. And I figured, me being in the industry that I'm in, that this is very serious. It's very serious, and where it goes, I don't know. I really could not tell you, because I see it now, what's going on, and it's scary. It's scary. It's scary to see that we're not back to normal. That we look like, you know, because we do Pokemon cards, stuff like that on our channel, that everything's like normal because we got cards open and everything. But on the side note, everything's not normal, guys. Everything's not normal. We go on with life like it's normal. But if you look at the reality and you go into these stores, the reality sets in that we're not back to normal. We are far from back to normal because of what, if you open your eyes and look around, you really see. And what will Christmas look like for your kids this year? All right? We got people coming into Walmarts right now, shopping for Christmas right now because they're in fear that they may not be able to get their kid that product if they wait. So that's the point to where we're at with people shopping now for Christmas, and we're not even we're a ways off from Christmas, but we're a ways off from actually getting product that we need in the stores with all these shortages is going on, and it's really, you know, scary to go in to see that we're out of this kind of stuff. Being that Walmart is this humongous brick and mortar store that it can't keep product in. You know, 2 trucks a night. I work 5 days a week. We get, at least out of those 5 days, 3 days a week is 2 truck nights, and then we have 1 truck night, and we have the grocery truck, and still the milk, the dairy, the meat walls, they're in shambles like this is a Section 8 store. You know what I mean? It's just don't have enough product, or are not buying the right product because the inventory is out of control. We have a POS system at Walmart, guys, that as stuff is scanned through, it's reordered. That's how we were trained, and we were told that that's how the POS system works, that as stuff gets scanned out, it's automatically goes into a system to reorder it. If that was so true on the POS, then we wouldn't be out of product. You know, we'll have the product coming into the stores being filled, and our shelves wouldn't look like they are. So with that in mind, that the POS system is operating the way it needs to operate, the product should be on shelves, right? Each and every night we should have product coming in, or sometime during the week that product should be coming in, because that's how Walmart's apps and stuff works. It lets people shop and know that it's in the store. They look on their phones. They say, I'm going to sit around because I know they have the PlayStation 5s here. So they hang around in the store because they know that they're here. The system is lying if it says it's here, because it's not. It's not. In these days now, the system is off. It's way off. The POS is not working. The inventory, it says it's there. It may have been there, but it's been gone a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It's gone. But the POS system is not updated to give you a more relevant, accurate, quote on whether the product is here or not. This is a very scary situation, guys, for just anybody just shopping around. If you're having these issues, you can leave a comment down in the comment section of this video. But, I wasn't planning on coming back to talk about nothing but my renovations and, show you guys stuff for the new studio. But this video has been on my chest because I work at a Walmart, and my eyes are open, guys. I'm not a dummy that just sits around and just think. I look around and I think, I says, why is this and why is that? And to tell you the truth, guys, nobody has the answers. My managers and stuff are just going on like life is life, and what's going on, it doesn't matter. They're not having meetings talking about that why we have these shortages. No one's in my stores talking about these shortages. We're just going on with life like it's normal, and it's not normal. This is not normal to me because I'm used to seeing store shelves filled, product on shelves, and not shortages all over the place where the aisles look like they just been sold out for months. It's just shambles. There's nothing on the shelves, and the manager of the store is not like going to say, hey, well, we got this empty. Why don't we fill it with something else, just to empty the back room of product that we have that have more of that's not selling or whatever, just to fill the shelves up. These shelves stay vacant, guys, for months. These are months that I'm in areas that I'm bringing product to the floor. I'm actually looking for product sometimes, and it's the same thing over and over. It's the same product that we're getting in. It's not the product that we need to. It's usually overstock. It's not product that we need to actually put on the shelf. It's a lot of overstock. It's just crazy, guys. It is really crazy that we're not normal. We're not back to normal. Everything is not okay. We're in a bigger pandemic than the COVID because of these shortages. If you look at the bigger picture of what I'm talking about, there are national shortages, guys, all over. And yeah, it may look like it's not affecting us right now. All right? It may not look like, yeah, because you can buy something to substitute for the cheese that you couldn't find because you go in looking for Boar's Head and they don't have Boar's Head, or they don't have that particular ice cream, but you can settle for, the Turkey Hill, or you can settle for the Ben and Jerry's, or you can settle for the Great Value versus the other brand that you were buying because it's not in stock. And every time you come back, it's not in stock. And it's the same old scenario when you go to another store, you can't find that particular product. And that's where we're at, guys. It's settling for other products other than the norm that you normally come in to buy that is on the shelf. And it's everywhere that they're out of brand names. They're out of certain names. They're out of even the store brand names. And brands that you're used to buying or seeing every day are not on the shelves. It's reality, guys, that this has not really settled in with people. They just go on and they shop and act like everything is normal. And when it hits home, that it hits a pandemic state like COVID did, then you're going to see people panic and fear, and there's going to be people throwing fights, and fights going on just like it was for the paper towels and all the other stuff, and the stores are just going to be, swamped with people in fear of their lives that they're not going to have a gallon of milk for 2 weeks. They're not going to have gas because gas is not going to be able to be pumped in anywhere except. So get your gas now, guys. You remember we were in gas shortages too. We have people come up from New York City into my local area to buy gas because they couldn't get gas, or the price of gas was too expensive where they were at. So people will travel. So don't think people won't travel to somewhere else to try to find what they need. It's already going on. It's real scary, guys. It's real scary, guys. It is really. And now that, like I said, there's Pokemon. We all collect Pokemon. Well, you guys all know me for Pokemon. And now Pokemon's in a pandemic kind of like thing where shortages on product again, guys. Where we were at before I even left this video, before I even did this video or even stop my YouTube channel and was telling you about the renovations, Pokemon was in full gear and was going to open up plants and was going to mass produce Pokemon cards and get a lot of product. Well, what a slap in the face that was, right? Because even though they were in full gear, the demand, they still cannot keep up with the demand of the product. And now, look at the state we're in now. Now Pokemon is in like a coronavirus state because their printing facilities are having some issues printing Pokemon cards, guys. Some sets, celebrations, skyrocketing to the moon right now. If you go try to pre-order, it's been sold out. If you try to buy it, somebody else has pre-ordered. It's on Facebook Marketplace or wherever, on eBay, wherever. The prices have skyrocketed. They're already talking about the next set that ain't even been out yet. And they're already talking about the next set, Fusion Strike, being short printed because of the printing issues that Pokemon is having. So, product that's coming out now, that was supposed to coming out, Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, we're supposed to have some reprints of that. Second and third waves, they kind of like flew off the Richter scale. They like disappeared. They went into the Twilight Zone. Nobody knows where they're at. And they're not sure if Battle Styles is going to have another reprint. Because, well, it all goes back to Pokemon, right? Having issues with their printing facilities. That's what happens when you don't maintain your equipment and you just print. When you are using machines, just like you use your car, you change your oil every 3,000 miles, you tune up your car, you put the proper gas in it, you put the proper oil, you put the proper transmission fluid in it, right? You try to drive the correct mileage without beating your car. All right, when you maintain and take care of things, they run efficiently and they run properly. When you just print, like there's no tomorrow, what happens, guys? Your machines start to break down. Things start to happen, and it costs money to replace the parts because all you did was run it to the ground. And if Pokemon did this to the machines, and they're high-tech machines. If you're not maintaining your machines, guess what? When they break down, yeah, they're broke down for a bit because now we're in a shortage state to get the parts you need to put those things back in place to get them back to running at the velocity of what you are printing at to keep up with the demand. Well, your machines need to be maintained. And you have to get them back up to par. So to get them back up to par, to get all the pieces, guess what? It takes a lot of time to get things in from different corporations that make those parts for those printing machines to get them back up to running to the proper magnitude of what you're doing in your business. So, yeah, now Pokemon's in kind of like a porcupine state, with their spines out, and everybody's trying to prick at different areas where they can get product and getting the thorn. Well, we don't have celebrations. Fusion Strike's not getting another reprint. It's whatever it is because we got this issue. Battle Styles, well, we may print it in 2022, but right now we got a bigger issue, and that's our machines are broke down because we've been printing to the maximum capacity, trying to fulfill the demand for Pokemon cards. And still, guys, reality sets in, guys. Restocks, doesn't matter how many times or what Pokemon does in their restocks. The restocks are, the stores are out of stock within 2 to 3 days. There's no Pokemon cards, all right? So their printing is not really doing any satisfaction. I can tell you for reality for myself, because when I go to the stores, I see it there, and then within 2 to 3 days, it's gone. It's not there no more. So the restocks that they're doing, massive printing to maximum capacity, throwing it out a window. But reality sets in. Do they really want to print to maximum capacity? If they want to go back to Rudy's Basement with Evolutions and Roaring Skies, where the product is not worth anything, I don't think Pokemon really cares about the printing quality. Their wave thing, just from me to you guys, their waves, how they say they're coming out in waves, to me, it's just to try to pinpoint where they should be printing stuff at the quantities they should be printing at. That's what I get. I don't care what they tell you guys or tell the LGS stores that tell you guys, but my mind is open that it's just a way to pinpoint where they should be printing at. That's all. That's all, and they're going to print to that capacity, and that's about it. So printing to the maximum capacity, I'm throwing that out the window. Reprints, well, if they do reprints, it's really not going to affect the market that much because it's going to be just small stuff. And when it comes out, it's gone. Within the first few minutes that it's on the shelf, it's gone, and it's never reprinted. If it does come out in another wave, it's always small. So it's not really going to affect the market for that of what they're printing. So the reprints don't hurt. The waves, well, I got the reality for the waves is just to come up with some kind of way that they can say, well, we can print this number of quantity, and that's good. That's good. We'll stay at that quantity. So they're at that point to where they can kind of pinpoint where they want to be at printing and doing it in waves where you'll trickle out some product and then it's gone after the waves are done. And they kind of say, well, that's where we'll stay with the next print run. We'll stay at that wave. It looks like it was sufficient. But we can print a little more next year if we want, because the rotation, the product's not going to be at, the cards themselves are not going to be out of rotation. So we can print a little more next year as well, and it's still not going to affect because they'll had already dried up the source of all the product anyway. So to print a little more, they'll be happy, especially if it's a particular or popular set, Evolving Skies, Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze. All right, we can do that because it's still a new product. All right, so just take what I'm telling you guys. You can guys take it and brush it off, but my eyes are open to, what's going on in card markets, what's going on in the world of another pandemic. Whatever pandemic you may say that it's going to happen, mine is just, I'm saying we're in it already, just not to the extent that you guys, it's like really affecting us. But just take it with a grain of salt if that's what you want to do. But what will you do in the next pandemic if it really hits home? All right, it's something to think about. Take a look in your local stores. Get a broader picture of what's really going on globally. Take a look around. A real good look around. In electronic stores, grocery stores, outside of your normal go to a grocery store you haven't been in and see how well they're stocked compared to your one that you go to. And you'll see that they're just as bad off as the bigger boys. And then your eyes and reality are really set in to what's actually happened in a pandemic that we're already in, that nobody's even talking about, guys. This is something to really think about. What you did when Pokemon was in a pandemic state where there was shortages and everybody was blaming scalpers everybody was blaming the scalpers for the prices of Pokemon and why there were shortages. And, you can't blame the scalpers for any shortages on Pokemon because you wasn't able to get any at the store, And then for pricing, can't really blame the scalpers for that neither, because if there's eBay, there's going to be scalpers. If there's Amazon, there's going to be scalpers. If there's an LGS store, there's going to be a scalper. So a scalper is going to be able to get product, whether it's from an LGS store or from your local stores. And technically, guys, if you want to say people who sell on eBay are scalpers, if you want to say people who are on Amazon are scalpers, just take a look at the bigger picture. Walmart is a scalper. Kohl's is a scalper. Your gasoline, where you get your gasoline, they're a scalper because they got the gas at a certain price and they scalped it to raise the price to offer it to you, and you're paying that $3.19. Yeah, you can go down the road to Citco and get it for $2.09. Might be a little bit of a cheaper gas, but you're getting it cheaper from them because they may have worked a deal to get it cheaper, or it may be a lesser quality of gas than what you're getting from Mobil or Exxon. But every store that is selling you something, guys, whether you're going to buy groceries or whether you're going to buy gas, a soda, a bag of chips, is a scalper. So if you think if people on YouTube complaining why prices are the way they are on Pokemon, especially I hear a lot of LGS stores talk about the scalpers, and I hear a lot of YouTubers talk about the scalpers are ruining the market. Think twice, because scalpers aren't going anywhere. if you can't eliminate eBay and you can't eliminate Amazon, you can't eliminate Walmart, you can't eliminate Kohl's, Target, mobile gas station, or anything else, or anybody else that does or sell Pokemon cards, Barnes and Nobles, who are all scalpers because they get it for a price, and you go and pay more than what they did, are all scalpers. And reality is that you, myself, anybody who collects Pokemon, or say they invest in Pokemon, well, you call yourself a scalper because in one way or another you are going to sell some cards down the way. I don't care which way you look at it. You are going to sell some cards to somebody. So in reality, you got more than what you paid for the card because you pulled it out of a pack, you put it in your binder, and then you sold it to someone else. Or you held it for 12 years and it went to $50,000 and you only got it for $5 at a time. You said, well, you know what? I got 2 of them. It's a good time to flip one of those now because I want to get a box of Evolutions, which is now 3,000, so I can sell that card, get 5,000, I can put 2,000 in the bank and put $3,000 to buy that Evolutions booster box at 3,000. So eventually you are a scalper too. So people talking about scalpers, bailing out and saying or making an excuse to why, as an LGS store, they sell their ETBs of Hidden Fates or that they got at $39.99, able to make $15 off it as an LGS store, but going to charge $120 to their customers. Well, reality is you're a scalper too. So don't complain about the scalpers. Don't complain about prices because prices are what they are. I mean, they're paying $7 a pack for Evolutions, even though if you can find them in the store, people on Rip and Ships are buying them for $7. So reality, everybody is a scalper. Whether you collect Pokemon, you buy a retail store, one way or another you did sell cards or going to sell cards down the road. So you are scalping as well. So really you can't talk about what a scalper does. And LGS store, stop using an excuse that scalpers are ruining the market and you're in business for yourself and selling them at scalper prices, or you wait to see what's happening on Facebook Marketplace to see what scalpers are selling for to gauge the market yourself before you offer those to your customers in the store. You say, I'm going to wait. Product, you got the product already, you're going to wait. You're going to look at the market, look at eBay and say, well, they're getting all this money for this ETB on thing. I'm going to price mine up. And then I'm going to say, well, what my relationship with my distributor, I've been in business for 15 years, so my relationship with my distributor is it's been 15 years I had, so that I could charge MSR or use MSR as just a starting point of what it should be, but say that we're above selling at MSR, and it's just a price point of what they said suggested retail price should be. So you can use that as an excuse to raise your price up because it's a suggested manufacturer's retail price. I mean, I hear it all over the place, so many people using excuses to why they raise their prices and why distributors do it. It may be true, it may not be true, but I think some of it is just so they can get more profit themselves. And I'm not talking about every LGS store, so all right, just hear me out. I'm not talking about all LGS stores. I'm not talking about all LGS stores. Just talking about some particular that I myself visited. They use these excuses, and I do see some on YouTube that use the same kind of mentality that I heard and that I see that they're talking about. And I'm not going to name the channels because I'm not going to get blasphemed for saying somebody's channel. And I'm not going to call them out. But you know who you are. Stop using excuses for scalpers. Stop using the MSR as a suggested manufacturer's retail price of starting price for why you raise your price, and on your website you have it at a higher price than MSR, and you've been in business for over 15 years, so your distributors are going to give you a fair price that you're able to share that price and still make a nice profit off of the product without having to go to scalper market with it. Some of you guys know who I'm talking, who those stores are that are charging you and overpricing. And hey, if you want to go pay product, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. You pay whatever you want to pay for your product. It's your money. If you want to pay $120 on a pre-order, I never pre-ordered anything. All right, I never pre-ordered any product. In the lifespan of me doing this channel, I never pre-ordered a thing from Pokemon's websites. I never pre-ordered nothing. I always waited and I got it in the store at retail price, whether it was Walmart's, Target's, Barnes & Noble's, wherever. I got it at retail. I never pre-order anything. If I'm going to pre-order something, there should be a benefit because you got my money in advance, and I'm waiting on the product 2 months in advance for for the product to even come out. There's no in for me except that I'm getting the product early, right? I'm pre-ordering, I'm able to get 2 booster boxes. Big deal. All right, I'm not pre-ordering nothing, and I'm not sure as hell not going to overpay and pay high prices on Facebook Marketplace for Pokemon product when I find it all the time at retail prices. So all you guys that want to pay above retail price, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. Do whatever you want with it. It's your money. You work for it. Do whatever you want. If you want to go to your LGS store, I don't say not support your LGS store. They need money as bad as everybody else who's trying to make money in this pandemic states and that we're in and stuff. So if you want to support them, support them. I have nothing against it. But if you want to pay those high-ass retail prices that they're charging you for them and the excuses that they put before you on why their price is high, then go for it. It's your money, and don't shame on somebody else when they got 2 booster boxes and you paid $300 for them, and then you go into a Target or you go into a Walmart and they're sitting on a shelf, or somebody got them at an LGS store that is reputable that is selling them at MSR, and you're able to get them at $50 or $90 a box, whatever, because they don't mind making $15 off. That's normally what it is. It's when I buy from Scott, normally it's $90 a box. He was only making like $15 profit off the booster box. That's how it is. That's how Scott was. Scott was straight out. He didn't care about the bigger profit line because he was just there just to offer a service of just selling the cards, in the flea market and on the side. He didn't care about the big, making a whole ton of money off packs. He charged the packs $4, and he sold them single packs, and he sold a box at $90 if you want to buy a box. That's how straight up forward. It doesn't matter if it was Evolving Skies that he had, he would charge $90. Celestial Storm, it was $90. Even in this state, if he was still at the flea market, it would be $90, $4 a pack. He wouldn't care what the state of what it is, because he has another thing that he does with sports cards that he makes all his money from. So he doesn't give a damn about what Pokemon is doing on that side. He was there just to offer the cards. Yeah, he can get a whole more product. I even talked to him. I said, Scott, you can make some good money if you do. He says, Mike, I don't have the time. I just buy a little bit of product. I put it here in the front at my stand inside the flea market. I just sell the packs $4 or $90 a box. I'm good with $15 profit, and that's the way I'm going to be with. I do all my other money I make on eBay. I do the I have my customers that come in to buy the wax from me for the sports cards. I'm happy with my sports card business that I've grown and that I have on eBay, and the Pokemon. I just put this out there because I know some people want it. I get it direct. I'm happy with making $90 a box. I'm not going to be greedy and go. And this is how Scott was. This was a genuine store owner of Baseline cards and comics when he had his shop out in New Windsor, New York. And it was a good friend of mine. And he was straight up forward on selling his product and straightforward. Wasn't out to make a lot of money when he sold you stuff, even if you bought cases. He made his money, he was happy with the profit he made, and he moved on. Now that's an honest LGS store owner selling at fair prices without taking advantage of his people. And, that's straightforward. Now, if you got an LGS store that's like that, I highly say, hey, go for it. Support that LGS store with all the dollars that you can pour into his business to help him continue to sell you that product at the same price that he's been offering if he's been in business for years and still offering fair prices to this day. Stay with that LGS store. Any of you guys can find an LGS store that's reputable like that and being straightforward without trying to bullshit you and raise the price on you and make excuses. Guys, I say stay with them. The other ones, get rid of them. Get rid of them and find yourself a reputable LGS store. I found one. I'm working with NC Packbuster from Hydro Pump Poke Shop. Cool guy. I like his prices. I got another LGS store that I'm working with that I just found. A new card shop that opened up. Fair prices on a majority of his products that he sells. I just met, I'm not going to say who it is, but they know who they are. They subscribe to my channel. They're following me on Instagram. And I talk to him. He knows what I do. There's no shame in my game. I do eBay. I do my Amazon. And I'm going to be doing a lot of rip and ships for you guys. And I got a lot of plans in store for you guys over there on my rip and ships on Pokemart TCG on Facebook. Whatnots, guys. A lot of news. You can see I'm sporting the new shirt, my new merch. This is for my shirt. I can't sell it because it has a Pokeball. This is my shirt. But you can see it says Pokemart TCG. I have a lot of other stuff in store. Just before closing on this video, guys. A lot of stuff in store for the YouTube channel. All right. A lot of stuff in store, guys. I've been pouring a lot of money into Pokemon. A lot of money into the studio next door. A lot of money. There's a lot of changes coming. A lot of things happening on Pokemart TCG, guys. And I am happy, very happy with the way everything is coming into play for the channel. As far as the studio. And, you know, commends to Cahoots. Well, I commend to Benef Productions. If you guys haven't seen his video, go check out what I sent him over on Benef Productions video, Benef Productions YouTube channel. Sent Ben a GoPro-like camera to Ben. I sent him a GoPro-like camera to him. He did an opening over on his channel. That's the kind of person that I am. I'm genuine. I try to be upfront with everybody, and I'm honest. I don't have no shame in my game. I was straightforward when I started this YouTube channel, and I'm still straightforward to this day. I'm not hiding anything. I have nothing to hide behind. I was straightforward in my channel, growing it from when I did it at the old house, trying to, you know, just be me and be genuine and be myself. And that's how I always been, and that's how I always will be. And I'm still that person to this day. Believe it or not, some of you guys, whatever, you had haters that were hating on me and causing drama on the channel. Yeah, I'm still here to this day doing me, right? Doing me, doing what I do, doing what I love. And that's the love of doing the Pokemon, the video games that I've been doing the video games since 1995. Still doing that to this day. The love of Pokemon from a video game buy that I did in an estate sale years ago that brought me to this stage to do Pokemon openings myself on this channel, and now going in to do rip and ships for you guys on products that I had for 4 years in while opening packs with you guys that I had saved. So I'm excited about the next era for Pokemart TCG, this channel, when I come back. And I'm very excited on the way everything is coming into play for me, and for how everything is ironing out. We have 40 some odd members in the Pokemart TCG break and counting. We have about 10 moderators now, and still building. I'm building that break group up while I'm not even doing YouTube videos, and while I'm renovating the studio. In between that, I'm having yard sales here at the house. I'm moving stuff that normally I wouldn't carry, and some stuff that I do carry, but a lot of video games and stuff. Moving right here at the house, having yard sales every Sunday, and moving multitudes of product, guys. I mean, moving a lot of product, guys. Moving a lot of product. A lot of video games. A lot of video games. A father and son, I think it was a father and son that came. It's the father alone spent like $1,500 with me buying video games, and the son spent $200. That's what on a Sunday in the front of the house here, guys. Father and son come buying video games. I don't know these guys. They come put stacks together of video game, vintage ones and old stuff, PlayStation 2, PS3, Wii, GameCube games, and put stacks of them on a table. The father was just going through. He said, I got the money. Pulled out a knot. He says, I know this ain't enough. And he had to go to the bank because he dropped $900 right there. Gave me $900 as a deposit. Said I had to go to the bank to get the rest because it was $1,500 that he owed me for all the stuff when we tallied up. So, you know, I'm not even doing eBay right now. I'm doing yard sales in front of the house. And I'm finishing renovations, and I'm getting the studio and everything set. Not sure if I'm going to make it for this year to get open back up the channel. But still got some stuff that I'm doing in there, and I don't want to come back until it's set, like I said in the last video. But you know, a lot of things coming. It's gonna be awesome over there on Pokemart TCG. You know, it's my channel as well as you guys' channel, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be something taking place on a channel that you're not gonna get on any other YouTube channel except mine. And to see how it goes into play and how it all comes to play in what we do on Pokemart TCG, on YouTube, on the breaks, on the Rip and Ships for Facebook, and on Whatnots, how we utilize the things that I have that are going to be fun for you guys. And I'm not, like I said, I don't want to go right into details, but you can get some kind of hints. If you follow me over on Instagram, you can get some kind of hints. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome time to be a subscriber. And if you're not subscribed, well, you might have a second chance to like say, wow, I'm missing out. I better subscribe to this guy's channel, because this will be the only YouTube channel doing what I do like no other channel is doing. When you see it, you'll believe it, and it's all going to be reality. If you watch my videos, you heard me talk about adding things to the channel, things I wanted to do. Well, guys, it's not just talk anymore. It's actually reality, because it's going to be reality in that room, because it's already taking place. That said, guys, I don't want to keep you guys any further. This was just to talk about the pandemic that we're in, with national shortages of just about anything you name. It's just you don't have. It's just out of stock. And if it gets bigger than what I'm talking about, there could be some issues for everyone. And everyone, it will be serious. It will be a serious one for everybody. How will you handle the next pandemic? And I'm not talking about coronavirus, COVID-19, or the Delta virus. I'm talking about the next shortage, the next pandemic, which I think we're already in. And that's national shortages on just about anything you can name, in food, electronics, your daily stuff that you use is in a shortage, guys. And it's been that way after we come out of the pandemic and out of masks. Stores do not have products that people are coming into the store day after day, week after week looking for. And I'm just trying to hit home with some of you guys that, you know, a lot of people on YouTube are not talking about. And now we got another issue with Pokemon. We had shortages before with Pokemon. Now we're in it again with Pokemon shortages, guys. With Pokemon having issues at their printing facility. Signs of that was massive print runs that they were talking about, pumping up their, pumping out this product, but not maintaining their machines. And we got signs of quality control, right, guys? If you were watching Earl's Pokestop, several other channels talking about whitening and quality control of silvering on the edges of the cards. All right, signs we had. Just like when we had signs of paper towel, toilet paper in the pandemic. Signs that Pokemon was really slacking, or they were slacking on quality, and machines weren't being maintained, maybe. Signs of times, guys, that we're in now. We are in our next pandemic right now. which could get worse. And if it gets worse, depends on what it is that gets worse for us, whether it's no milk, no cheese, no eggs, no water, certain foods that we need, there's no more because there's a shortage and it just got shorter than what it is now. Well, could be some bawling going on in the stores. And I'm talking about fist fights for food, fist fights for water, fist fights for canned goods, fist fights for milk, fist fight over a TV, fist fight at Christmas time because they can't get the next newest item that was supposed to be dropped out and they only got 5 in instead of the 100 that the store ordered, and people are fighting over the 3 that were on the shelf, or they're a fight because there wasn't enough and the 3 people that got it, they're trying to sell it. This is what we're looking at, guys, and it could get crazier as this year progresses before it even ends. Our next pandemic is already home. Don't say no one told you about it, because I'm bringing it to you now and no one else is talking about it. I'm your boy, the Gamesman, host of Pokemon TCG. You guys have been awesome. Think about what I told you. Think about the Pokemon pandemic we're in now with a shortage, and they're talking about shortages on celebrations, no reprints, whatever it is going to be it. Fusion Strike hasn't even been released, and they're talking about no reprints. It is what it is on that. Guys, this is the state we're in, and we're already in our next pandemic now with national shortages all over, and we're in another pandemic kind of state with Pokemon product, sealed product, because Pokemon cannot keep printing when their presses are breaking down and they can't get the card stock or they can't get the ink. Whatever it is that they're a shortage on in the Pokemon company is now going to affect us. What are you going to do in this next pandemic? How are you going to handle it, guys? Drop some comments in below. I'm not putting this up as a fear for you guys to run in fear for your lives. It's just a reality that if it really sets in and spikes out, like where everybody ran into Walmarts, grabbing all the paper towel, looking for hand sanitizer, that's going to be the state we're going to be in on these shortages. And you're going to see people running in and fighting over the last Wii system or the last PlayStation 5 or the last can of food on the shelf or the last box of cereal. This is the state we're in, guys, and it's reality. If you just go into your local stores, just check out what I'm telling you. All right. So, guys, like I said, next time you see me, we'll be on for the new studio talking about, but like I said, I had this on my chest. I had to bring this to you guys, let you guys know about this. You probably already know there was shortages on there, but I wanted to let you know on a broader scale because I hear from truck drivers, I talk to other people in the stores, and I asked if they're, if the managers are having like a huddle and talking about, nobody's really talking, my local Walmart, they're not talking about it. I don't hear anybody else talking about it in general, but this is reality. It's reality that what will you do? And then, should this ends up affecting you in a way where you have to have that necessity and you can't find it. Reality. All right. So without further ado, guys, I want to say thanks for watching this video. Make sure you share out this video. Drop that like. Share out this video. Let people be aware of what's going on if they're not aware. And be prepared, guys. It's better to be safe than sorry, as I would say. So, do what you got to do. Take care of your family. Family first before Pokemon cards. Family first. So, as you're out spending money buying Pokemon cards, you're looking for the next celebrations and all of that, make sure that you got enough food in the house, that you got enough water, enough of the necessities. Pokemon comes second after that. Make sure you got the necessities. That in the event that you should be out of, you don't have enough water, you got food for, at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks. You got enough paper towel, you got enough of this. make sure you got just enough that you can last, you know, a little bit. If you're shopping at BJ's, you're shopping at, you know, Sam's Club, or you're shopping at Kohl's, Costco's, you know, you buy in bulk already, then you're pretty much prepared for, you know, anything that should happen. If you got a generator in case power goes out, you know, people took precautions. Take precautions is what I'm saying, guys. Take the precautions. It's better to be safe than sorry, that you have enough and not enough, you know, that you have enough but, you know, not enough. All right? So just take the precautions and just be earful. Keep your ears open and listen to what other people talk about, and just take it for what it's worth. Because if you go into the stores, you see what I'm talking about. And just take a walk around. If you just have your day off from work, just stroll through into a Walmart. Stroll, and maybe if you have time, go to another Walmart and see if you're seeing the same areas being drastically hit like I'm talking about. Then go over and check out a Target. Check out some of the other stores. Check out some other ShopRites and stuff like that. You know, but what I do see, guys, also is a lot of stores closing, guys, in the state of where we're at, where everything is supposed to have been better. We're out of masks, but I still see a lot of people losing jobs, a lot of people out of work, a lot of stores closing. And that is, I just go up and down. Prior to the pandemic, I remember all these stores that were just jumping, business was booming, and it was a better time. And now these stores have what do you call, paper bag windows, just taped to the window so you can't look inside, and the sign that you used to say Rolling Rock Cafe is now just a vacant lot with those bags over the windows with the sign down. And you go and you see one store shut, 2 stores open, and 3 stores shut down. The next one, then the next whole end is all empty. This is how I see in strip malls. This is how I see in mall areas that have multiple stores in little outlets. Stores just closing up like left and right all throughout this year. It's open one day. I've seen BMW stores close. Used car lots are closing. That used to be thriving. It's no more, guys. It's like left and right. I drive up one road. It's there. Tomorrow, it's not. That's how it's happening. And it's a sign of times are not what we were in, where we were at with the pandemic. It's during the pandemic, these things were already on the edges or verges of going out of business. And now it comes to that point that they're shutting the doors. So reality is setting in for everything else that I'm talking about with the shortages. You see this around your area. If you're not, then drive around your area and look around and see how many stores are closing up, because this is what's going on in my areas. I don't see any new businesses like, you know, we had this new card shop that opened up that, you know, I went to on Monday. There's a new one that popped up. But that's about the only new business that I did see. I see a lot of other businesses just closing down that were in business for a lot of years, and now they're gone. So that's just the state we're in. Guys, take the precautions to make sure that you got enough of what you need to survive. And just take heed to what I said. If you think I'm just gabbing and running my mouth saying, you guys, you're trying to cause a big thing, I'm not trying to cause nothing, guys. I'm just trying to let you guys be aware of what's going on, because this is reality, man. It's reality, life. You know, you got to live, and you got to make sure your family is being taken care of, and that you're safe, and that your loved ones are safe. And it's just, you know, where I wanted to go with the video of not just causing a whole bunch of fear and you guys run for your lives. It's not what I was trying to cause. It's just what I see. And like I said, my eyes are open, my ears are open, and, you know, I'm just trying to put this puzzle together and try to figure this out for myself, because no one else is talking about it. No one else has the answers. If you bring it up, they don't have the answers. Because if they had the answers, we wouldn't be where we're at. we'll be in a better place. And we're not in a better place. It's not back to the norm as we know it, even though, we're all vaccinated, or for the most part, people are vaccinated, or people that didn't take the vaccination or whatever. We're not at that point. When we return, I don't know when that will be, because we're far away from that point of where we used to be, far from it. And when we get back to it, I don't know, because it changes like the time. It changes instantly, and if you're not ready, you're going to be caught off guard, and you could be one of those that get caught out. And I say be prepared than not prepared. So it's better to just, have the necessities to go forward than not have the necessities and then be caught out there and you can't even get to family members because you're so far away from where they live that you can't even get out to help yourself because your rest of your family is further away. So, that's where I'm at, guys. I want to put that message out, let you guys know what I see, because I'm in retail. I'm in a Walmart. I work at a Walmart. I unload trucks every day. Every day. I'm inside the trucks. I see products that come down, and I actually stock it to the floor too. And I just see the same old, and not the stuff. And I ask questions, and nobody has the answers. And I talk to truck drivers, like I said, about what's going on in their facility. And, they were at a point where people didn't want to come to work because the government was paying them so much more to stay home that they were making more than their full-time job. And I think that's a place where some of the people were, where that's why you don't have people wanting to come back to work, because they were being paid much more higher wage in a check just to sit at home or get themselves fired from a job that they made more sitting at home, not doing nothing, and getting a free check than working an actual job. And that's where we're at, where people just got a little lazy and didn't want to go back to work. And now jobs are offering you $19 an hour, $20 an hour to come to work. Amazon, even Walmart is hiring at $19 to hire you as an overnight stocker. At least my Walmart's hiring you $19 an hour to come and stock overnight. And Amazon is hiring you just as much. So, to get you to come to work or get you, jobs are out there. Some pretty much high-paying jobs are out there. People still do not want to come back to the workforce. They'd rather stay home. So, and that's pretty much where we're at in some parts of the world. People are just in that comfort zone of staying home, getting a free check to do nothing but stay at home, because the government is paying their way, paying their rent, paying their light bill, helping to pay with Section 8. So I don't have to go to work. I cut my hours. I don't want, because if I get more hours, then I won't get this bigger check. So if I have the same hours and I only work 2 days a week instead of 5 that I used to, they're going to cut my check. So just give me the 2 hours and the 2 days, and I'll work to 16 hours a week, and I'm still going to get $900 a month or $900 a week. That's how some people work. All right, and this is where we're still at. Some people are just in that comfort zone that don't want to relieve themselves of being sitting on the bench at home doing nothing but twiddling their fingers and just collecting money and then going out spending it because they have that extra. They don't want to go back to the regular work or go back to the regular hours. That's where we're at. All right, so without further ado, without me just talking on, guys, figure I'd bring this video to you on the real, me being myself, me being up front, me being real, talking to you guys about real stuff that I see going on, and I want to share it with you guys. It's reality because no one's talking about it, and I figure I stop and talk to you guys, and then talk a little bit about the Pokey Channel, my YouTube and stuff, about where we are at, and sporting a new shirt. So without further ado, like I said, I wouldn't have even brought this video if I had to go to work at 1. I wouldn't have brought this video, but being that we have inventory today, we have no truck to unload. And I'm going to be packing out dairy and meat and frozen or something like that today. So I have no truck. They have to release us to be able to do that. So my schedule is 4 to 1 today. So I go in at 4 o'clock and I work till 1 in the morning. So I got longer hours tonight. And I said, you know what? I'm going to set up and do a video. Even though I said I wasn't coming back to do YouTube and to the channel, was the studio was set up. The studio's still in progress in there. If, like I said, you go look at some YouTube footage, not YouTube footage, Instagram, you'll see that there's been a lot of product being bought for the rip and ships. So I'm still doing work behind the scenes, still getting a lot of stuff done in the works of getting business cards made up, flyers made up. I have one sign done up for Pokemart TCG. That's on Instagram if you want to go take a peek at that. I do have another sign going to be made for the break, Pokemart TCG breaks. So that will be interchangeable in the background for me when I'm on breaks and when I'm on the YouTube doing or Facebook or break group. The sign will interchange for what it is, whether it's Pokemart TCG or Pokemart TCG breaks for whether I'm doing rip and ships or whether I'm just doing a YouTube. The signs for that will be depleted in the back. I still have to set up the videos program to do the logo for my new channel logo. So that still has to be worked out. Still have to work out merch. And speaking of merch, I did bump into several guys. One guy was working on a shirt that worked with me at Walmart. He's been fired from Walmart, and it's just like he's not getting nowhere with my shirt. It's I had this one done before he even had my other one that I told him what I wanted before he even got that done, and I still got nothing in front of me to show you guys about a shirt for a logo that I wanted done. So I'm not even worried about that guy. So I got another guy that showed me some quality shirts. Pays about $3 a shirt, so they're heavier than what this shirt is for the quality to get a good print. He has his own machine, and he doesn't do Shopify or anything like that. He has his own equipment, and he buys his shirts wholesale for $3 out of California. And I like the quality. They're nice, heavy, and the logos, the quality of the print that he doesn't wash off and fade away and all that. So when I do the logos, have the logos made, they will be nice. For that. So probably going to work with him on a smaller scale, like I said, because I'm working with out-of-pocket money myself, my own money to actually formulate my own merch. I'm going to be on a small scale with that, being real with you guys. I'm not like going to go all in to buy like 100 extra large and 100 small t-shirts and say, hey guys, I got 100 t-shirts with my logos. I'm going to be starting off small to actually see what, if anybody wants it, because I don't want to tie up a lot of money on merch and nobody wants it when I could have bought product with the money. So I'm going to be really small with that for the with the shirts, unless I get like an overwhelming number of people that want the shirts, because like I said, I'm not on Shopify or any of those things. It's going to be like making the shirts and they ship it out. I'm going to be shipping out the shirts myself, so you'll be getting them from Pokemart TCG right from my Valesgate P.O. box that's linked in the description down below. So I'll be shipping from that address in a bubble poly mailer or something like that. So, and they'll be up, I'll be, of course, be advertising it on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. It's my own merch. But, this logo is just temporary. I'm probably going to change out this Pokeball with something else because this might be a copyright. That's why it's not for sale. It's just my own personal, and you can do your own personal shirts and wear your own personal. So this is a personal shirt. It's not for sale, but this is, kind of what I want to do for the Pokemart TCG. But I got to get my own logo. This logo can't be, because Pokemon will be coming after me if I sell their Pokeball on my shirt. So that's a copyright infringement, copyright strike. Probably come against me for selling merchandise that's related to Pokemon using their emblems. So got to come up with my own concept for that without having to worry about fear of Pokemon trying to put a class action lawsuit against me for copyright infringing. All right, or wanting to take a percentage of what I'm selling on the shirts, which is another way they can do if you don't know. All right, so without further ado, guys, I just want to say thanks for stopping by, checking me out. Don't want to make this like any longer than what it has to be because it's titled as the pandemic, the next pandemic. So just wanted to inform you guys on that, and then also bring you up to date on the studio and where I'm at. I am buying products still. I just bought 3 Vivid Voltage booster boxes off Facebook Marketplace. I just got those Monday, and I got them at $125 each, which is a really good deal compared to what Facebook Marketplace was. Our TCG Player has them up at $150, I think, for Vivid Voltage. And from the same guy, he's getting a bunch of Chilling Reign ETBs in, and Benef Productions wants a couple of these. He's selling them for $25 each. So I am getting some Chilling Reign ETBs at $25 each, which is a phenomenal deal compared to the store at $39.99. So I will have those to crack open as breaks. I'm going to be using them for ripping ships, be ripping out the 8-packs and stuff. But they'll be in display. They'll be up in the store, in my Pokemon TCG store in the studio. They will be up in presentation, advertisement form in the background. So they will be there along with a whole bunch of other stuff once we get everything set up and up in the studio. All right. So without further ado, guys, I don't want to keep you guys any further into the video than what it is. Just wanted to let you guys know. So until next time, when I see you guys in the new studio, or if I should come up with another video before then, which I don't think is coming, but I just want to say thanks for everything. Thanks for your support. If you need anything, make sure you hit up Bennett Production. If you need to get into the group, like I said, the group is growing. Pokemon TCG Break group is growing. You have to be invited. Just make sure you're subscribed. Hit me up for an invite. You can talk to Bennett Productions. He is a moderator over there. He can get you into the group as long as you confirm to the same thing. You subscribe to the channel, all right, and you are following me on Facebook. Yeah, so you can get into the group to watch, as an audience, or buy into the ripping ships when I do get over onto there. So without further ado, I want to say thanks everybody once again. Be safe. Be prepared. Better safe than sorry. And, I'll see you guys on the next video. So with that said, let's close this out. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Be safe. Shop smart for Pokemon cards. Good luck getting whatever you guys are getting. Celebrations or whatever. Whatever you're buying into for whatever. Whether you're investing, collecting, selling, whatever. Whatever you're doing, I don't care. But whatever you're doing with your cards, you do. I'm going to do what I do. And I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Thanks for stopping by, checking me out. I'm the Gamesman, host of Pokemon TCG. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Peace.